Maple syrup for Canadian is like olive oil for Italian. If I need to cook veggies, I would put a bit of maple syrup everywhere. My name is Simone Boilard, and I'm a professional cyclist for Ulrik. I started cycling when I was 3 maybe. My dad had like a mini bike attached to his bike, and we were just riding around Quebec. I have an older sister she's 5 years older than me, and he brought her to this club to do a training, and they were racing. And then I really wanted also to have a jersey with sponsors on. So I just asked them to have a jersey to the club, and they said, if you want, then you need to race. And I was only 4 or 5 at the time. So I said, is that possible? And they said, yeah, of course. As soon as I started, I was beating all the boys and stuff, so I really kind of liked it. No sport made me feel as good as when I was on the bike. The sport is really different in Europe than in Canada. In America, the roads are different, like super wide. Also, the field is, we are not many girls competing against each other. So wider roads, less girls. It makes for only power testing mostly. So there's not a lot of strategy involved or positioning. It's pretty different. And it's also mostly TT based. If you want to stay in America and be a good cyclist, then you need to focus on Olympics. But then I moved to Europe with my boyfriend, who's also a pro cyclist 3 years ago. In Europe, you race a lot. You race almost 50 to 60 UCI races a year. So I still feel like a new person in the professional peloton. I think my first international experience was in my junior world, and I got a podium there. So I knew I could do something big in the sport.
Here at Altitude, we are preparing them, of course, for the Tour de France. We have all different kind of training sessions and training stimuli to help the body to be as strong as possible. They're getting harder each time. So we take a drip of blood from their ears, and that drip of blood there we measure the lactate, and that lactate in the blood tells us how hard their energy systems are working. We are getting good information about the shape. So with the efforts you see now, it's that they will have efforts around their threshold, and at their threshold that means that they ride a power that it's a nasty pace, but they should be able to sustain it for a longer time.
Simone, she's still really young. And I think she still has to discover most of the race in Europe. I think she raced in Europe only 3 years now. She is always willing to try something, and she's not settling for just decent results. She's always aiming to give her best.
I think, it's really noticed me because I like to race aggressive. I'm not super patient. Like, I cannot wait in the bunch. I just like to be in the flow of the race and attack, and I'm race with my instinct. So I've done the tour 2 times now, and I know this race is like nothing else. Like, the level there is really high, and we all know what's at stake in the line. So the girls don't hesitate to race like aggressively. You need to be 100%, and one mistake can just make you in the gruppetto or stuff. So yeah, we need to be bold. And last year I left the tour with the feeling of like, I was just a pack filler. I had a hard time trying stuff, and this year I just want to try, and I have no regret. So full gas.